What's going on, guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. In this one, I want to talk about Alatreon. Since Alatreon has been announced as one of the fan favourite monsters making a return to Iceborne, I figured it was about time we sat down and spoke about the monster. Much like I do with any time there's a returning monster announced, we take a look back at the monster as it existed in previous games to try and give you guys an idea as to what you might expect when you face this beast in Iceborne. So, if you guys do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated, and let me know in the comments down below. How many of you guys have fought Alatreon before in previous games, and how many of you are going to be going in and facing it for the very first time in Iceborne? Now, Alatreon is a rather exciting Elder Dragon. A lot of people are incredibly excited to see it return because it is definitely a challenge and also has some incredible gear, and just as fights go, it's pretty damn awesome. Alatreon is said to be elementally unstable, which allows it to possess control over multiple elements. So unlike the majority of other creatures you fight, which typically lean more into one specific element, Alatreon has control over dragon, fire, thunder, and ice. So you may as well call it the Nullberry Elder because you're going to want to carry a stack of Nullberries from all the damn blights you're going to be getting. When in a weakened state, Alatreon will actually fly high up into the sky and rain down ice crystals on the arena, and sometimes it'll actually target individual players, so you definitely want to be watching out when this happens. However, you can take note of its behaviour to infer what element it will use. Typically, when Alatreon takes to the sky, that means they're going to be using ice and lightning elements. Meanwhile, when it's grounded, it's going to make much greater use of dragon attacks through its charges and fire attacks through hefty, large explosions. It's said to have harnessed the abilities of Kushala, Lunastra, Teostra, and Chameleos, but given the unstable nature of this beast, it isn't able to truly harness that power, at least not yet. Now, typically, when it's about to strike with lightning, you'll actually notice its horns will glow this bluish white colour, and this is true of many of the other attacks too. The colours of the monster are much more pronounced as it leans more into that particular element, so learning to pay attention for this will of course allow you to anticipate what's about to happen. Alatreons are said to be incredibly territorial, and it's likely for that reason that no other creatures ever shared the sacred land that it inhabits. In previous games, you would fight Alatreon in this sacred land, which is a special stage, in the volcano, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do in Iceborne. Whether they put it into the Guiding Lands, much like they have with a lot of new additions, or whether it does get its own bespoke arena environment, that is going to be incredibly exciting to see. Now, based on previous entries in the series, Alatreon has a wide array of breakable parts. There are 2 breakable horns, 2 breakable front claws, a tail that can be severed, and 2 wings that could also be broken. But good luck trying to reach half of those when it spends a lot of time in the air. Unless, of course, you're a sticky bowgun user, in which case, GG. Now, of course, the reason you're going to be wanting to break all those parts is because Alatreon gear and Alatreon weapons are so incredibly cool. Armor in the previous games admittedly was split between Gunner and Blade Master armor, but had a lot of elemental skills, as you would expect, skills that affect the strength of all elemental attacks. It also had blight resistance, and it had critical elements, so I'd imagine some element of that, some aspect of that will probably work its way into Iceborne. They do typically change things up a little bit, but armor-wise, Alatreon was always really cool, but weapons are some of the most visually striking that we've seen to date. Honestly, the longsword looks like a scythe. The sword and shield has this incredible scaled plate design to it with the purple colour scheme working its way through, the switch axe, the bow. Honestly, anything from Alatreon just looks incredibly exciting, and it's kind of to be expected. You know, it is one of those endgame threats, one of those endgame monsters that often, if you're going to be spending your time farming it, you're definitely going to want to get something good out of that. So I definitely can't wait to see what the team do when they bring it to Iceborne. But for the time being, that is a quick look at Alatreon. That is a little idea as to what you may have to expect when it comes to Iceborne, and of course, now that PC and consoles are synced, we can all enjoy it together, so when it finally does drop, everybody can face the challenge. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arekkz Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there if you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with. It's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.